Cheers, Jeff.
That's excellent.
Where you go?
Right, guys, I have arrived at the mighty Maidenhead. I've played a fair few games here over the course of my playing career for Dorset and Wiltshire county fixtures. We always used to play Berkshire here, so it's a major throwback being back, and as you can tell, it's bloody rammed. The crowds have turned up for a major sevens tournament, and they just can't wait for us to get started. I'm here a little bit early, it's safe to say, but on time is late, so that's how we run things here, keeping a tight ship. Looking forward to the afternoon of fixtures. Shins are feeling a little bit after a week of training, but sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do, and I'm out here just soldiering through. Got my vest on, of course, because it's summer sevens, am I right? You can see the weather conditions. Prime time British summer. So I thought I'll make the most of getting my vest out and, you know, making a full crack of the sevens malarkey. So yeah, looking forward to it. A little bit nervy, a little bit shaky. First bit of full goo I have played in a fair while after the county season finished, but very much looking forward to it. So before any game or tournament in this case, I always preview it and set some objectives, either based on the previous game or session, or just looking forward into the future. First of all, is to keep things simple. It's going to get hectic out there. I haven't played rugby in a long time, it's fast paced, that's the design of sevens. So my idea is to keep things simple and not overcomplicate them. That's a major lesson I've taken from last season. Number two is to work hard. This is essentially an extra fitness session for me, so I'm going to work my socks off. There's plenty of space to be running in out there, so I'm going to keep on working hard throughout the entire match. Point three is to play with intent. In sevens, with the reduced number of people and the increased space, as I mentioned, there's plenty more opportunity for each individual, so everyone has to step up and take control of their role, and that's what I plan on doing tonight. Apparently the competition is very high quality, so that's going to be great, having not played sevens in over a year. Either way, whatever I do out there, I'm going to play in control of myself and play with some intent, some aggression, physicality and commitment to whatever I do, just backing myself in every opportunity, whether that's a tackle, pass, run, kick, anything. I'm going to back myself. So those are my three targets. Keep it simple, work hard and play with intent. Simple as that, guys. Let's get into game one. Game one against the Lions. We're starting off with a scrum on the left-hand side, and this guy's about to get on the ball is very, very nippy. So much flair to this bloke. Makes a clean line break, and I'm there, lungs blowing already, trying to get back. But I do get back, and I thought, here we go. First ever turnover opportunity coming in at the side, clearly. I thought I had hands on ball there, but the ref wasn't having any of it, so they keep it. And that's the first involvement of the season, is a jackal. Who'd have thought? Not me, that's for sure. Anyway, from that ruck, they spread the ball wide. This guy's got great feet. Aaron, sorry to include that, mate. The ankles get taken, and he offloads the ball inside for number 3 to score. Not the best start for us, but they're a good team. We're clearly a new bunch of players who haven't played much together. So the kicker sank the kick, here's a scrum, and that's embarrassing, to say the very, very least. I was playing 15s for this first game. My spacings were set so. That's my excuse at least. I was set wide enough and I thought I'd be fine to go and cover the first receiver. I forgot about the scrum half going from the base, and our scrum half was on the other side of the scrum, defending the space on the short side. Fair enough, it's not his fault. It's my fault for just getting absolutely burnt in probably about 15 metres of space. So it's not a good start for us. That is 14-0 currently inside the first half. It's not going well, to say the least. The restart then goes out on the full, so we have a tap back on the 50. Here I step up, playmaker role. Here we go. Dancing around a little bit, not knowing what's going on, throw an absolutely woeful pass to Aaron, who does very well to carry, but we knock it on again. And that's a common theme for us, is that we didn't get any continuity in this first game, or really over the whole tournament until the final game. it was just constant errors on errors for us, which is kind of understandable for a new sevens team who don't really have much gel going on, but also for me, especially early in the season, already blowing, skills are looking awful, but yeah, it's a common theme for us. From this scrum then, I get my spacings a little bit better, start a bit narrower, and just start dancing around as this bloke goes all over the place, throwing a pass to the deck. And away they go. I try and melt this bloke here and get absolutely spin moved out of it. Let's get a slow-mo replay on that. I can see him coming my way and I'm like, here we bloody go. This guy's coming down my channel. No sir, bosh! And just get absolutely spin moved. I don't know how that's happened. I'm getting up so slowly. Because I have no clue what on earth has just happened. It all happened so fast, in such a flash. I make a good shoulder contact. I'm a bit high, but clearly we were just going in different directions and his momentum just spanned me round. It's not looking good. It's not a good start to the season. Anyway, on with the game. There's absolutely no chance I'm playing 9 here. Absolutely not getting my head amongst that nonsense. So I go and stand at first receiver. Away, out of the way, wait for the ball to come to me, which is looping. Right, and again, I'm playing 15s. Like, I'm trying to take the ball all the way to the line, and that's what I learned pretty quickly is don't do that. Not only are you just taking space away from the outside channels, but you can get isolated like that. And that's one little coaching point that came up on the day that was highlighted to me by George, our coach, was that relatively speaking, with the amount of space there is on a 7s pitch compared to a 15-a-side pitch, taking one step forward is the equivalent of taking the ball all the way to the line in 15s. Just taking one step turns defenders in 7s, whereas in 15s you have to go hard and flat to the line. In 7s you just got to take a step, and that's what I didn't do on that passage of play, as we saw. Taking the ball all the way to the line, taking everyone's space, allowing the whole defence just to drift off. Nothing's really happening. Remember that the ball moves faster than the man, so one step, give, get to those outside channels, and that's where you get those opportunities to score tries. And again, it's another error from us, just not gelling as a team yet. It's a tough time. We didn't know each other before today. All of us are new players, really. I knew Aaron from Loughborough, I knew Jowett from coaching at the college, funnily enough, last year. But yeah, it's a new team, so we're still gelling a little bit. Anyway, we're on with the game. Give away a high tackle. There's lots of high tackles because of the new tackle regulations, and this guy's just off to the bloody races. Out of the traps like a horse with a poker to the arse, and he's gone. I believe this guy's name's Aaron. He was the guy who got me the footage, fortunately enough, for this game. So thanks, Aaron, first and foremost. There's a little shout out. And he kicks it himself. Happy days. Well, not for us, for him, definitely. But we're down 21-0 in our first game. Can you do something for me, please? Let's get into the second half straight away with a sublime kickoff from me. One thing that I have been working on is the height of my restarts, but they get a man up in the air and he's thrown an audacious offload out the corner there. That's an unreal score on the way down to the deck, giving the ball out the back. What can you do in that situation? Kickoffs are so harem-scarum in 7s. It's just chaos when the ball's up in the air. And whoever gets it when it comes back down is usually in the best position because it's such a broken field, and they exploited that very, very well. And it's now 26-0, soon to be 28. Tough first game. Tough first game mentally as well as physically, putting up with this scoreline. As you can see, I'm not very happy. A little bit annoyed, to say the least. Kicking things off again then with the scrum, and this thing again is chaos. Just can't get the ball out. Jowett goes by himself, gets turned over, unfortunately. Great clear out from Aaron, by the way, but the ball squirts out. I try and take someone's head off, and the number 5 is in again. This guy was pretty quick, to be fair to him. He's got those yellow mercurials on, looking fast. Quite hard to catch, but yes, that is 33-0. Let's see if the guy can get the kick. Should be easy enough. And he does. 35-0. I don't know why I'm showing you guys this. This is embarrassing. I think I'd had enough by this point, so I got subbed off. And funnily enough, that's when we start making line breaks. I don't think there's a correlation there. There may be a correlation, but not a causation, that's for sure. It's not me that's caused that, definitely not. But lovely kicking behind. Wow, what a chip through ball that was. What a finish. Great score, you might say. It was a little bit fortuitous with the bounce, but you've got to take what you're given. You've got to be a fox in the box at this point, and we took that try just about to get on the scoreboard. Tough day, tough day. We can just write this game off at this point, I think. On to the next. Nope, there is still more consolation in this game for us. James with a lovely break to the outside, gets the ball back in. Jowett with footwork to send the guy to the shops. Never mind, he knocks it on. I thought we scored there, we didn't want to score. Anyway, we take the quick tap, chuck the ball back across the pitch. Now we're looking like a sevens team. Connor gets the ball to the line, great feet, gets to the outside, offload inside. Finally, we're on the scoreboard with a decent sevens try that. Chucking the ball around, taking the space, getting in behind the defence and offloading the ball. That's where a lot of the space is a lot of the time, is in behind the defence. The only way you can do that is by getting some footwork on, getting your hands through, which we did sublimely well there. Come on, the Midlands mob. God, 35-10, I believe is the final score. Tough day. Here's a little debrief with our coach, George. Shout out the Midlands mob for letting me play in this one. I think that was a tough day at the office. Cheers to the point. All right, game one down to an awful defeat. Not the best start. The sevens legs are already tired. George, how did we get on, mate?
Yeah, mate, it was a tough one, eh? No, it was right. To be fair, like we played a really good side. We play sevens all the time, and for a team that we've sort of basically built out of nothing this week, we actually had a good little show in the end.
Yeah. It's safe to say a few of us found out about this tournament a couple of days ago. All thanks to the organisation of George, that is, of course.
Thanks,
Gathers the troops, he does. When he calls, we come. On to game two, straight after this one. I can't bloody wait. Game two underway here against the Jesters, who were outright the best team at this tournament. They were very, very good. Here's me with a little chop, taking the man out of the game, of course. Over there. And yes, they spread the ball to the edge. Lovely switch move. Gets to the outside, chip inside, and inside the first probably 2 minutes, they're already over. It's not looking good. Not off to the best start. They are a very, very good sevens team though. They are a proper competitive sevens team apparently. I don't know much about the sevens circles, but yeah, as you can tell from this kicker, landing that conversion, they are a very good sevens team, so fair play to them. From this restart, you can see again their sevens prowess as this guy gets up in the air, taps the ball back. You can see, especially on the kickoffs, the difference between a 15s team playing sevens and a sevens team being good at sevens. Their kickoff return rate is so important to win that ball back, and they drill this and they're very, very good at it, which clearly I'm not, as we keep on losing turnovers here at the restarts. You just need the ball. Because you can go the length of the pitch in one phase, like football, it's a game of possession rather than territory. Like in 15s, territory is more important to play in the right areas because you can get penalties and kick a goal and whatnot. But in sevens, all you really want is the ball because there's so many tries, and that's the best way of scoring is with the ball. Anyway, scrum gets turned, and there's absolute chaos here. I didn't fancy joining that breakdown. He's sealing off anyway. That's what I told the ref. I just saw him sealing it off, and I thought, sir, sealing off. And the ref gave it. That's why I didn't join the breakdown. And we throw an awful offload. I missed the ball completely. And it's just gives some bad words here. I'm just trying to keep the ball alive here. Throw an awful offload to where James once was, rather than where he was moving to. He's not very happy. Looking back at the instant replay, I can see why James was annoyed. Because you got absolutely bomber-clarted off the ball. Had no chance of regaining it. And the guy just picks it up and scores. You can see why he's annoyed now, because he's just got absolutely mashed without the ball. Poor bloke. That's a tough gig, tough day at the office room. But we don't blame the ref. That's on us. We should have dived on the ball. The mistake came 2-3 passes before that. That was just the culmination of so many errors. It's all on us at the end of the day, and we should not be throwing passes around like that. We should just take the ball in and just retain possession, essentially. So that's on us at the end of the day. Again, another steepling restart. This one just goes the required 10 metres, and Aaron's on it, and he's off to the races, down the tram lines. Again, you can tell they play sevens because they're so concerned about not getting you round underneath the post, which is so fair because this kick is now incredibly difficult. But fair play to Aaron, showing him a clean pair of heels there. He was blowing for the rest of the game after this. That's his words, not mine. Great finish there. And again, like I said, the kickoffs are chaos in sevens. And if you get a lucky bounce, then you often have a clear line all the way through unless they have a guy sweeping in behind. So, lucky us. Back in this game, I tried the conversion. Not a bad strike, but just pull it. Again, trying to hit it as hard as I can, so that often results in you over-rotating and pulling the ball, but a nosing there for you. But yeah, we're on the scoreboard. 14-5 to the Jesters against the Mob. We're back in it, back in the game. Another restart for me here, really focusing on using pre-season to try and get more height. And this one goes high, but just is clearly too far and not enough to the edge. So they have both sides of the field to attack, which is not ideal. If you ever want to go down the middle, you've got to go short. And I missed the tackle there. I see him coming towards me and I try and smoke him low, but I think I just lose my feet and I don't chase hard enough. It's a weak shoulder contact. You can see my arm getting pulled back there. I should try and get my shoulder contact more involved. There's just so much space to cover, which makes things difficult. In 15s, usually people run just directly at you, but this guy was on the move, cut back in and just took the space. Fair play to him, good offload over the top, and they're moving the ball really nicely here, working in threes to secure the ball and get the quick ball away from the ruck. And as you can see, there's loads of us around that ruck, which is not good, leaving them so much space out here. Bit of a goosey on the outside from Mr. Gingerman. Great tackle from Z there just to get back, pulling the shirt in, classic. And he's just causing havoc at this breakdown. He's on the floor, that's a pen for us. Can't play the ball on the floor. Decent bit of sevens going on here. This isn't 15s. This is actually playing a bit of jouet now. I give the, I just dance around a bit and play sevens. Look at us go. Playing the ball back inside, keeping the ball alive, playing to space. We wanted just to try and carry only in the 15s. We didn't want to have any midfield rucks at all. This was where we had the best opportunities throughout the games. So that's where we were trying to attack. Got a penalty for a high tackle there. The new tackle regs are in force in this game, so there's a lot of high tackles. Anyway, running around, Aaron takes the ball in. Another high tackle. I'm asking the ref here. Come on, mate. When's one going to the bin? Bit of a seed away there, just to try and play the ball to space. And again, another, technically speaking, high tackle there. Again, the new tackle height was the sternum and up. So he is finally gone to the bin due to a little bit of a word in the ear from me to the ref. That's all me, that. All me, all me. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Shot by James on the edge and hands released away from the ball, over the top, clamped on. I was literally screaming on the floor, this is my ball, give me that. Getting pretty hyped over my first ever turnover. I hope you can all celebrate with me. Down below in the comment section say, congrats OJ, you turnover merchant. Getting over that ball, he's going nowhere. I'm locked in on that. That's all the harping and pre-season jackal work we've been doing. I'm chuffed, ready to go, tap the ball, and we're off. And we're off to the races. Only to get tackled. Throw a sick offload, which apparently goes forward. We're our own worst enemy at times here in this game, and that's the end of half one. Straight into half two, 14-5 at the break. And I'm pretty chuffed with that restart. I could probably get more width on it and not as far, but in terms of height, that's optimal. You can see with the precision of their passes, look at them in front of the man every time, that they are a proper good sevens team then. This guy was rapid, so I just of course had to chop him down lazily. I've got to chase my feet more in tackles, that's a common theme for me. I just sort of become a dead weight, wondering when on earth this ball's going to be out. But either way, they get to keep the ball. This guy had unbelievable feet, just bouncing around the place, coming straight back to where we all were though, but apparently they find an inch of space and this guy was away. Like the wind, all the way into the corner. Great score, fair play to them. Like, not only did they move the ball to space really well, but they took those small opportunities on the edges even better. This guy's blowing, so are we all at this point, and the kicker isn't, because that's an unbelievable sideline nudge. You can tell he's just a sevens player, look at him. He's gassed. Running back to halfway, remembering that he's still blowing, hands on the knees. Fair play to them, the Jesters were very good, but you can tell that we're improving because the scoreline isn't as bad as the last game. So they restart the game, and now I've subbed myself in to deal with these kickoffs and manage the aerial threat, which I do impeccably well there, winning the ball back for our team. Definitely was a knock-on from them. Domination in the air from me, looking after the airwaves, of course. Carrying on, they moved the ball really well to the edge, and Mr. Jet Shoes is off again. Look at him with the head going for it. He is rapid. There goes white socks pulled nice and high. Our guy tries to absolutely class him on the way through, but he wasn't having any of it. Ball dotted down. Another try, and he sinks the conversion as well. Fair play to him, this guy can do it all, clearly. Looking with a sharp trim too. 28-5 to the Jesters. At this point, it's a little bit of a joke, if you pardon the pun. We're down again, but here I am to claim another restart. Off we go. Interesting technique from their player. and they almost score straight from the kickoff. But no, we come back and we're off. Here we go, out the traps, legs, toes, going. Little goosey. I was fuming at this. I was fuming. Instant replay time. I'm making a lovely break, pointing to the inside, thinking, oh, go on, mate, go that way. Anyway, I look to the outside. Goosey, bite him in, draw him in, time the pass perfectly, might I say. I was actually so gassed at this. And then Aaron gets taken out before he's even received the pass. I was fuming at this, and I've just remembered the law that you can go into the act of tackling someone as they're in the act of retaining possession of the ball. So technically speaking, it's a fair tackle and Aaron knocks it off. Either way, I'm fuming. You can see me having a word with the ref. A polite word, might I add. Just hands in the air like, come on, man. What are you talking about? And we're off. And they've stretched the ball to the other edge. Jet Shoes is on it again. Slightly deliberate knock on from us, but what a passage of play. How exciting from that kickoff. Straight back down the short side. A great line break from us. Little goosey in there for you as well. That wasn't free. Anyway, onward into the game, and this guy's dancing all over the place. Such a sevens player. Little dummy switch pop there. No, keeps the ball and sends me to the shops. Cheers, mate, for that. But I knew it was coming because I pick up the ball, gain possession, 2-on-1 pass. James is with the ball. Great feet, stays alive, cuts back inside. See you later, mate. Under the sticks. That poor bloke probably wants his ankles back at some point, James. Hopefully you can return them within good time. Great turnover from me after getting sent to the shops. I picked something up quite nice. It was the ball, and I returned it to our team, delivering the 2-on-1 pass there, drew him in. I said to go to the corner. James having other ideas. Cuts back inside. Wow. James is a very good sevens player. Very lively with the ball, hard to bring down, great feet, just slippery essentially, and gets over really well there for the try. At this point, I then sub myself off because I am blowing, to say the least. And it is 28-10 to the Jesters, and that's where the game concludes. I'm going to hand you over now to our roving reporter, who's going to be interviewing George again, our coach, top bloke. Cheers again for letting me play. Game 2, over and out. We had a record. It was my first ever turnover. I'll roll the clip now. Other than that, George, how did we get on, mate?
Mate, we looked really good with the ball. I think we surprised them quite a lot, and I think that was a key. I just think we're still, I think, a little bit not nervous, but too excited sometimes. But no, really good performance, and we're into the last game, which I think the mob are going to come out on top, mate.
Last big game. That was against the Jesters, and apparently they're quite good. I don't know much about sevens, but they're quite a good team. I'm still stuck playing 15s, but hopefully in the last game, we got a shot. Come on the boys.
Come on the boys.
Cheers, Jeff, and we're into the final game. Game 3, I said to the lads, I'm not going home having not won a game today, so that meant we had to win this one, which hopefully we'll see if we do. Off to a blistering start here from James again. Getting to the outside, just hard to bring down. Got some wheels behind him too as well, but unfortunately just runs out of space. Into the sideline. And that's the game underway. After this, they play it quickly. I get a lovely charge down. One for the highlight reel, that. And they're just chucking the ball around at this point, having a great time. And we keep them parked here for a fair while. They just go back and forth. We'll speed it up for you guys. But they just dance around, going nowhere really. This guy's having a little Irish jig. Put the music on. Yeah, he's having a good time. Gives the ball away, and they're just dancing around, these blokes. They just love sevens. Clearly, no one's taking the ball in. Until they kick this one. I'll go for the charge down again. Don't get it this time, but... it's not what you want. Really, if you wanted something, it wouldn't be this. An unfortunate bounce of the ball, and Mr. Mullet has gone in for a superb score. Just following up on that with a bit of toe behind him too. The guy's got wheels. Can he land the kick? He can. Lovely gentle side foot over the post. And we're already 7-0 down in our final game. It's not looking good, Rev. Hopefully we can start to turn up later as the game goes on. Anyway, straight off with the kick off. That guy's ahead of the kicker. That should be a free kick back on halfway. It's not though, so he's there making a tackle almost and gets the ball away, and we're off again. Space on the outside. I'm there in support, of course, and probably wanted to dive for that pass, but I knew I would have just knocked it on because it was just a bit too far away, and I know that Connor was inside me. He receives the pass and finishes it superbly. He's blowing, I'm blowing, everyone's hanging at this point. Game 3. What a bit of support play for me. That's one thing again, going back to the targets, working hard. That's what I was trying to do, just getting support there. There's those little things off the ball that count the most, especially in sevens when there's so few players. Land the conversion. Happy days. 7-7. We're back in the game, baby. Another restart coming up from me. This one was much better. Right distance, great height. Unfortunately can't win it back. And we're off again. Breakdown Spessy, pen straight to them. I'm not sure if this team were from Ireland because they're just loving dancing around at the moment. Well, I wasn't having any of that. Bosh! Just trying to come and clart him essentially. Make a double tackle. Work rate. Cool. And getting back for the pen as well. Look at me go. Working hard. I was just trying to empty the tank at this point. So that's why I'm here making 2 tackles in a row. Not the best technique at all in the world, but we got them down, that's all that counts. And we're off again. This guy's dancing around the place. And I almost get an intercept. The ref doesn't see the knock on, which is fine, and we're away. He's hacking it down the field. Prime Messi here. Change that number to number 10. And he's over. Try time, all from my turnover. Of course, I'll take probably this time maybe a fair 80% of credibility for that try. All came from the turnover. Great finish though. He's knackered already. Gave him a little pat on the back. Congrats, mate. You can see I'm hanging too. He's coming straight off. He's saying, get me off this pitch right now. I'm hanging. It was a great finish though. Lining up the conversion. And it's good. Just about good. Probably about that good. It was quite close to that left hand upright because I'm hanging at this point. Looking to the bench to see if I can come off. Nope, we have no subs left. Another bit of restart practice then for me. This one goes a little bit too far. Much better hang time though, especially compared to my kickoffs all last season. So happy days, going in the right direction there. Good bit of practice. And we have the ball, to say the least. Aaron's just powering through the defence at this point. Bit of deception, a lot of head down and gooing. But they are clamped over that ball. You can tell that bloke plays back row when it comes to 15s. Look at him with his headgear on. They are just chucking this ball around, trying to keep it as alive as possible. Aaron melts him, clearly. They are dancing around, get to the outside, one-on-one tackle with me. I'm just standing my ground as much as I can here. Again, just lazy in the tackle from me. You can tell how frustrated I am when I start chasing back after it. I'm disappointed with myself there. Because I made a good initial hit, but I just didn't chase my feet enough, which is frustrating because it's the one key work on I need to have now moving forward. Is you can see my legs just die. I drop straight to my knees and expect him to come down with it, but he just doesn't. And he stays in the fight longer than I stay in the fight. And that's the case with tackling often. Like sometimes good technique doesn't get you as far as just grit and determination to stay in the fight. And that's not what I do here. I just drop to my knees and say, please go down. Don't be nasty. But he doesn't want to. He slips out, breaks out the other tackler. I kind of think the other guy's going to finish him off up top. But yeah, he gets away. Head down, Mr. Mullet is gone. Fair play to him. He's got the wheels to finish it off as well. So that is us now, well, 2 points behind. I assume he's going to get the conversion. Lands it, 14 all going into the break. It's an interesting game, this one. This is our best chance of winning this game. So when it was 14-0 at half time, we were getting a little bit shaky. We don't usually get nervous, but we're getting a little bit shaky here. Second half underway then, 14 all at the break. Much better restart from me. Plenty of hang time. They tap it back and Ronaldo turns up with his top knot. Absolutely kicks the ball across the pitch, which we love to see. We love that flair. And here we go. Underway, ruck. Ball squirts out. And at this point here, I'll pause it for you guys. I see this guy's back and I think, he's got no idea I'm here. I'm coming from the wilderness, from the jungle, hidden in the shadows like the Black Panther. And I pounce and try to absolutely end him, but bash. Spin move. The guy beats me with another blimmin' spin move. I spin out of it like a revolving door, just get brushed to the side and skid on my arse for about a metre, looking rather embarrassed. I am, a little bit shocked by that, but it's Ronaldo on the ball again, going for the cross field, lining it up, and off he goes. God, the guy just, so much flair. That top knot, I think, is classic top knot fashion. It is ×5 flair. Anyway, James runs the ball back, I get the ball in midfield, and here's where the real flair Magista midfielder turns up. Call for the switch line with Z. He slowly meanders on by, and I throw the ultra flat, definitely not forward, pass to the outside. Scrum out puts on the burners, hand off, back inside, and he's over. Much to the disappointment of number 12 from their guy, getting pretty fuming with his player. Although that guy scored 2 of their tries. Bit of a shake of the head. Wow. Again, another assist for your boy. Cool, I'd say I take definitely about 95% credibility for that. The pass was ultra flat. I mean, you can't get any flatter than that. It definitely wasn't forward. Bullet of a seed out to the edge. Feed him. Give him the space. And he takes it under the post. Lovely salmon flop just to finish it off as well. Tying it all together, and we're ahead again. 19 points to 14. I step up again for the conversion and sink it. Swish, swish. And we're over. You can see I am hanging at this point, looking over to the sideline. Still no chance of me coming off. Ooh, can I come off? Is what I'm thinking in my head. No chance. I'm staying on because there's no one else to kick the restarts. And there's no one else on the bench anyway. At this point, it was George, our coach, trying to get on the pitch. George. And I was having none of that. I'll stay on for the boys. Even more restart practice here. And it's another snow finder. It's coming down with snow on it. It's a Gary Owen. But no one decides to claim it. And Ronaldo goes over the top again. Wow, let's get a replay of that. What flair. ×5 flair with the top knot. Over the head pass. No concern for the hospital nature of it. And he's just a sublime player, and Scrumat's gone straight down the middle. Scrumat's clear. Look at the stride on him, look at the gallop, and it's level again. It's like tennis this. Wimbledon is only just down the road, and we're back, forth, try. What a game for the neutral this is. God, don't you just love sevens? I hope you guys are on the edge of your seats right now. Scrumat's going for the conversion. Bosh sends it straight down the middle. Scrumat. This guy, look at him go. Definitely plays 7 or 6 or 8 in 15s. But he's got a pair of jet shoes on him as well. What a game. 21 all with the restart. Let's see what we can do with it. I instantly see that's going all the way over my head. So I'm thinking, no sir, no good. Back to halfway please. Give me a ball. I want to tear some stuff up here. There's the ball. There's the tap. And we're off. Top Knot was giving me some absolute awful chat there, as you'd expect from Top Knot. Yeah, that wasn't my finest hour. I called for a switch line with Z, and yeah, I don't think he understood my literal definition of come on a switch, mate. Because I just sold the dummy to everyone, even him, and he didn't believe that I was going to actually pass it, which I did. Anyway, onward with the scrum. CR7 throws that ball way beyond. And they're chucking it around for fun here. Happy days for them. Z comes along with the stiff arm, gets the strip, no knock on there. And Ojo's on the ball. What's he thinking? What's he thinking? Drop goal! To win the game. Yeah. The voices, the crowd were cheering. Go on! Hit the droppy! No one wanted this. Even I didn't want this, to be honest. And it's not even a bad effort for my going, because my drop goals are awful, as we all know. Got a breakdown of the drop goal form here. I'm moving so laterally to the right across the pitch. My momentum's going that way that the rotation of the ball on the bounce turns it, and it fades like a golf shot over to that right-hand post. I needed to tilt the ball back towards my left shoulder to keep it square through contact and hit it on the line that it started on. It had a bit too much swaz because of that over-rotation. Anywho, that's me just trying to excuse what was an awful decision, especially in sevens. I thought I was going to be the hero. Turns out we still had like 3 minutes left of the game anyway. So, onward we go. Let's just forget about that one. Anyway, onward with the game. CR7, Mr. Top Knot, chucks the ball up to the edge, and it's my time to make a tackle again. Dancing around the place. Oh, a little bit high in contact there. Try and hold him up. Straight to deck, just a pretty standard tackle for me, nothing to report there. Straight back to the feet, thinking of making another tackle, but we've given a pen away. They take the quick tap from the pen, chuck it around a bit, just dancing all over the place as always. And oh my god, the sniper's out. The sniper's taken him, he's down on the deck. Goodness gracious, there must be a sniper rifle somewhere on one of these rooftops because he's just been sniped. Bash! Gone. God, I hope he's all right. I was checking if he was all right on the ground. I was like, sir, is he okay? Everyone's getting a bit nervy at this point. We make a turnover. James again, player of the tournament, definitely. Look at him go, shrugging him off. High tackle anyway. Get the pen. James has done very well this whole tournament. Goes to the chip and the chase. The hero, James, gathers the ball. He scored. Try time. That's the game winner, question mark. Back forth, who knows? He's blowing, we're all blowing, we're all knackered. Scrum-At's hurt his ankle by the looks of things. Oh, what a game. Let's get an instant replay on that. Not only does he strip the ball in the tackle, gets the turnover, job one done, palms off this bloke who's come in high, wins the pen, taps it himself, dances around, goes for the chip, burners activate, over the whitewash, and we're ahead into the final 2 minutes of the game. I am stressed now, asking the ref about time, just trying to eat as much of the clock as possible, stressing about this conversion which is right in front of the post. I do sink it happily, and we're ahead by 7 points. And I'm thinking here, oh no, I don't usually get nervous, but I'm getting a little bit shaky. But we have time for the restart, so an important restart here. 7 points ahead, last play of the game. Bit too much distance, but good hang time, and Jowett wins it in the air only for them to pick it up or knock it on, or Ronaldo's on the ball. Top knots putting a little toe on it. This time it gets charged down, and Connor's under the post to put a stamp on the game. 14-point win for us. Finally, we get a dub on the board. Happy days for us. Connor just taps this one over to finish it off. What a game. I hope you guys were on the edge of your seat as much as I was for that one. What an enthralling game for the neutral. We come away on top, happy days. And that draws a close to our final game. Here's OJ on the scene with George for a final tournament summary. Handing over to you, sir. Game 3, done. What was it? Lost 2.
1-1.
1-1, last game wins.
We're just going to say we didn't just win, we blew them out of order.
Give us a total review of the day and the game, George.
Mate, I think all day, yeah, we've looked really good with the ball. I think the other 2 games we've just been unlucky with the bounce and a couple of decisions. And then the last game we just thought, let's just go through, boom, great.
We played sevens by the end. At the start, I don't know what was going on, but not being a sevens player myself, it was good fun at the end. Not me at all, not me at all.
What was that? 22 drop goal, was it, attempt?
I don't know if that'll make the cut. I might put it in there somewhere. But no, good day, tough work. The lungs are hurting right now, the legs are hurting. And there's only one way to solve that. A jug.
A jug!
A pint. Let's go, George. Good
Lovely,
stuff,
mate.
Right, that is us all done here for the evening. We came 3rd overall, which is good showing for the state we're in at the start. So good to be back on the pitch. Honestly, such a great feeling after a whole summer off. Feeling lighter, the shin splints aren't too bad right now. We'll see how they are tomorrow, that's the important bit. I kept things simple, work bloody hard, and play with intent. I didn't get as many touches as I'd like. Found myself in a lot of the middle of the pitch, which is often just a distributing role, which I'd rather run a little bit more, but no, it's good fun, and Jesters have come out on top by a large margin. So fair play to those guys. I'm sure they'll go on to do some great things for the rest of the 7th season. Maybe I see a few of them on the 15th circuit as well, who knows. But yeah, cracking day. Just love rugby. Right guys, the Level Up mobile has arrived at, can you guess where? I'll give you a hint. If you guessed Penny Hill Park, then you'd be right, you turbo Nors, who just loves rugby that much, especially England rugby. This is the home of English rugby training. This is typically where they'll find themselves training throughout the majority of the season, whether that's Six Nations, Autumn Internationals, Summer Nations Series, or a pre-season to the World Cup. Today I'm shooting with Lovell Rugby. The guys just chucked me my stash for the day. That is the most important bit to get that badge in there. So shout out the Lovell guys, shout out Umbro. Gonna have a lot of fun today shooting with 3 England players. Leave a comment down below who you think it might be. Of course, you're going to find out later in the video, but I'm going to give you guys the behind the scenes of everything that I get up to on a shoot day with Lovell Rugby, especially when we're going out and doing these special content days. We're here at 11 o'clock. We don't start shooting till 1. We like to get here nice and early, but I'll bring you along the way and hopefully give you guys some insight into what I get up to. I'm going to head over to the pitch now, see the guys again, start setting up for today's content. Lovely little walk down here. Let's Let's see where we're going, shall we? Bit of wilderness exploring. Oh, all of you O2 inside liners will know this view immediately. You can already tell what it is. There it is. There's the pitch. There's the little tent. Wowza. What a day. Let's get into it. I've seen this place on YouTube so many times now. And we're here. Wowza, what a facility. Do I play for England? No. Do I shoot content? Yes. I'm here for a good time, of course. Very serious business at the moment, just planning out the day, being told what we can and can't shoot with the lads because it is match week at the moment. So yeah, just setting up shots and whatnot. Time to get started. Right guys, 2 hours yet to start shooting. So much planning goes into these things behind the scenes that everyone is so completely oblivious to, and I'm glad you are, because it's monotonous, but it has to be done. So I've been planning out all the skill games we're going to do, planning out all the educational content we're going to film, just getting everything ready for the boys to turn up. I believe Ben Earl has just arrived, player number 1. I'm just nipping back to the car because I've got to change my socks, because these socks are not Umbro. So yes, it's all the way down to your socks that have to be on brand, and we love that at Level Up, all about staying on brand. So yes, back to the car and then start chewing ears of professional rugby players. Right guys, I don't usually get nervous, but I'm getting a little bit shaky. Billy Vanapolis just walked past my wagon and got a fresh look at my dogs as I was changing socks. But it's just crazy when you start meeting these people in real life that you've been watching since you were like 13 years old. It's gonna be fun. Good day at the office. Let's go. We are now outside, about to take the boys on in some skill games, starting off with kick golf. Now, every one of the Loughborough College boys knows that I am a kick golf world champion. Went on tour for a couple of years, came back with a few medals, so it's going to be a tough day at the office for these boys. Just finished shooting outside. Such fun, great blokes, great content, great insight. Right, I'm a little bit of a drown rat. I've just been out doing some skill breakdown analysis stuff with George Ford, Elliot Daly and Ben Earl. We covered spiral bombs, long range kicking, and then some breakdown work with Ben Earl. Go check out the Lovell Rugby social media channels if you want all of that insight. We've got into a lot of detail, which I know everyone at Level Up loves. We love nosing over the details, and they were nosing. We're currently back in the gym, just drying off before we then go and do some more fun games. Less nosing, more fun. So yeah, again, check out the Lovell Rugby socials for all of that. You're going to catch all the content coming out over the next few weeks. Good stuff, guys. Having a great day. That is us all finished up for the day here at Penny Hill Park. I hope you all enjoyed it. Just packing up the van as we speak. I'll go and help them out in a minute, don't worry. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed the insight, enjoyed the sevens, all the good stuff. You see some players out here just doing a little bit of extras work. Get your extras in. What a busy weekend. What a unbelievable weekend. I hope you guys have enjoyed the vlog this week. If you have, please leave a like down below. Let me know your favorite bit in the comment section. And I can't wait to see you guys next week for even more rugby, even more chat, even more content.